And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, my name is Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Stinker, which we hope is good because otherwise the pun is quite clear to talk about this game. This is a party game. Dare to show your funny side. Oh, do you dare to be funny? Alright. This is a game that's in the category of make funny answers and hope the judge picks yours. There's some differences. Here they are. Each player is given 2 wild tiles that look like a skunk, and then you're going to take 25 random tiles. What do I get here? Or 23 random tiles. You're going to have a total of 25 letters. So let's take some random tiles here. What do I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So these are all the letters that I have. Then you turn over the top card and read the category. A warning on your toaster. So each player, as quickly as they can, is going to make one of these. So, okay, I got do not. Okay, that's good. Good. Do not. Do not clean. I don't have an N, so I'll use that. Clean. Do not clean. I'll just say do not clean. That's not very funny. When I'm done, I shout stinker. Alright, so each other person is going to be shouting stinker as they finish. Whoever is the last person to shout stinker becomes the judge. Each other person reads that, so I say do not clean. That's funny because you should pick it. I don't have a good reason why that's funny. Anyhow, so each person's going to go around, the judge will pick one, and then you will get a point for each letter that's used in that. At that point, all your letters go to the person on your left, and you get all the letters of the person who's next to you. And then we turn over another category. How to deal with a difficult boss. Let's do, here's a T, an H, and an E, D, O, O, and R. How about shut the door? Yeah. Now that's going to be picked, I'm sure. And that's how the game works. You're going to keep score of the points. Remember, the points is, so here this would be worth 11 points. You keep track of the points here, and players are going to keep going for 10 rounds. Remember, when you're done with a round, you pass all these. Once everyone has seen all the letters once, then you put them back in the middle, turn them over, shuffle them, and you get them again. You have these wilds, and there's a lot of very common letters in the pile. Between 25 letters, you should be able to pick something. And when you're done, whoever has the most points is the winner. Let's show some more of the cards so you can see kind of what's in the game. Here we can have a nickname for a robot. Something you'd say to Schwarzenegger alone in an elevator. A line from a romance novel. Why will the world end? A title of fairy tale. 2 things you should always combine. A conversation stopper. What is your pet thinking right now? A new slogan for Nike. What makes Bigfoot happy? The name of a new cologne of perfume. What would you do if the world would end tomorrow? The deepest, darkest secret of Albert Einstein. A weird pet peeve. Advice for the brokenhearted. The name of a fancy cocktail. A fortune cookie fortune. A selling point in a real estate ad. Where do babies come from? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with an explanation for a scar. A message in a bottle. A pickup line in a geriatric home. A pickup line in a nudist camp. A reason for handing in a late term paper. A reason to be let in the gates of heaven. Something to tell robbers so they'll go away. Etc. etc. And there's way more cards included with the game, as well as a box. The game also comes with a pencil, huzzah for keeping score, and a bag in case you don't want to store the game in the box. I would hesitate to call Stinker a bad game, but I'm also going to hesitate to call it a good game because, first of all, the rule where the person who gets their answer last is the judge just doesn't work that well. Everyone's hurrying because you don't want to be the judge. You don't get points when you're the judge. And if you're losing, then maybe you'll just go really slow. If two people are like, I want to be the judge because I can't think of an answer this round. Well, I want to be the judge. Well, how do you resolve that? The rules don't say. Now, the rules are trying to be, hey, let's be clever here. You can do whatever you want with the words. It doesn't have to be spelled right. You can say what you want. Well, what exactly does that mean? Yeah, they're a little bit too ambiguous, kind of stacked words in a pile. So the game itself is about funny answers, but they put the straitjacket on you of the letters that you have. That's not a horrible thing, although let's pretend it's the exact same game and you can write whatever answer you want. That would be funnier, because what this game is telling you to do is it's saying be creative, which not everybody is. Be creative with your answer and do it with 25 letters. Oh, okay. Oh, like I might have said, well, you know, what should you do with a toaster? And I could have said, clean it with a knife or whatever. And that's great, but I got clean it with I don't have the word knife. Okay, clean it with okay, what do I have with these fingers? And the game is thinky and silly at the same time, and those aren't meshing very well here. Also, the game is almost kind of like, hey, can you say something dirty? I mean, one of the cards even says, what's the dirtiest thing you can say? Are you kidding me? Am I just supposed to spell out a bunch of... I mean, I could be clever and be like, the pig fell in the mud. But again, I just... The categories are interesting, but they're almost like, hey, be funny. Hey, stop. Be funny. And I'd rather the game just naturally be funny. I love party games where you do something in a party game or the answers. I mean... all these games are trying to grab that apples magic, where you just threw a card in the middle of the table, and it was sometimes hilarious, but it wasn't because of some, weird combination you put together. So this game needs creative people, first of all. If you have a hard time making words out of letters and coming up with hilarious answers, because those two, I mean, it's not, I never thought, hey, the one place I want to play a party game with Scrabble champions. But anyway, if you have people who like both those things, this will work. But that judge rule's kind of weird, and there are so many party games that exist, from Say Anything to Apples itself to there's just lots of these different kind of judge-style games. This one I found a little bit too stifling, and so while I didn't hate the experience, I don't feel like doing it again. That's stinker. Dice Tower Judgment, not for me.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.